right, there we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world, beautiful souls. Welcome everyone to the Truth Runners. I am happy to tell you that today, this space, it's not about telling stories for the sake of telling them. Okay? Today, it's about understanding what changed internally, not externally, and how that shows up in the way how we live today. And for this purpose, today I'm in conversation with one of the wonderful co-authors of The Courage to Rise, a book that explores what happens after the turning point. After the moment things shift and continue the same way is no longer option. So today I'm joined by Eva Rosa Santos. Welcome, Eva. It is a great pleasure to have you as a guest today.
Hello, Christina. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for this invitation. This is so cool, so nice to be here from Angola. So I'm talking from Angola, Luanda, Angola, and it's a pleasure to be with all of you.
Thank you so much. So today, as I said, rather than focusing what happened in the past, together we will explore how Eva thinks, how she takes decisions, how she moves forward right now, because for me, in this season of my life, I believe this is where the real rising begins. But before we go into the conversation with Eva, because she's new to the Truth Runners, please allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce her to you so you know who my precious, amazing guest is. So she is a strategic advisor in leadership and human capital. She's an international speaker and founder of Liderança Feminina in Angola and RH Inspira. With over 27 years of experience in organizational development and leadership, Eva supports executives and organizations in building human-centered, sustainable, and high-impact leadership models. She is the creator of the INSPIRA Leadership Method, focused on empowering leaders through self-awareness, growth, positioning, and strategic action. Eva is widely recognized for her work advancing gender equality and developing women leaders across Angola and Portuguese-speaking markets. She is a published author and thought leader, and she has been distinguished as one of the most influential women in Angola. Through her work, Eva is committed to amplifying women's voices and shaping a new generation of purposeful, ethical, and transformative leaders. And this is beautiful and amazing, and I have to congratulate you for all the things that you are doing, especially in women empowerment. And before we go into the conversation and into your chapter really, I would love to ask you, how would you describe where you are right now in your life?
I love that question, Christina. Thank you very much for putting that. I am where I wanted to be, and sometimes is amazing and sometimes is very scary, very frightening, because I left more than 25 years corporative life now, so I'm entrepreneur, but I'm very happy with this decision and with everything that is happening in my life. So yes, I'm in one of the best moments of my life.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing that. And I have to say that my heart dances and it makes me really happy hearing that you are exactly where you wanted to be. I'm sure it was not always like that, but as you said, entrepreneurship, right? That comes with challenges, that comes with a lot of burdens, but it comes with a lot of good things as well. So I would love to ask you, was there a moment in your life where you did your thing, but you felt that continuing doing the same thing, it's just simply not possible? And I read your chapter, and that's why I'm asking, because let's just go into this, because we all have that moment when we say, yeah, it's nice, but
Yes, definitely. So I think life is amazing about that. It is it's amazing, but at the same time frustrating, because is when you are take from your comfort zone. Because if you want to change your life, if I wanted to change and have a different path from the path that I had to make difficult decisions. And so the first one is step out of my comfort zone, and what that meant at 47 years old. Because at 47 years old, you are, wow, you already have almost everything. Almost, because you never have everything. You have a career, you are a well-known. Yes. So what that means, I want more. And that more is the more, if we do not follow it, it can be frustrating. If we do not listen to ourselves, it can be horrible. And if we do not act, we are always going to think, I should have done that, why I didn't do that. So, but at the same time, and I use today the expression, take the leap of faith, believe in ourselves. And for me, it was exactly that. And every day, and if sometimes I question myself, oh, yes, all the time. And if I'm continue to believe that I have taken the right path, yes, definitely. Because these last 3 years and a half allowed me to see my professional life, especially my professional life, at the same time, my personal life, in a different way. And my commitment, first and all, with myself. So, well, I don't know if it is a response to your question
Yes,
or not.
no, I loved your response. I absolutely love what you said, because you said, number one, that we constantly question and doubt ourselves, right? And when you feel that something, yes, it's nice, I have everything, but there is that but, it's still missing something. And then what we actually need is the courage to change. It's the courage, as you said, to take that leap of faith. You went from corporate to entrepreneurship. That's a huge shift, because entrepreneurship, yes, it gives you freedom, but it comes with different challenges. It comes with, and sometimes as a woman, right, we tend to doubt and question our decisions and why we do that, but that there is the question, what if? Because if you would stay, let's say, in corporate, right, but you had this feeling of I want more, but you don't change, then the question what if is gonna be always there. What if I did that? What if, right? So I say that when you feel confident enough, and even when you don't feel ready, when I changed, and I'm sure that it was the same with you, but correct me if I'm wrong, we never feel completely ready.
I was going to say that exactly.
No,
We are
that's
never ready.
never. Because if we wait
But
to be ready, that's never gonna happen.
yeah, for me, one very important decision, and I usually share these with people who have a formal job, a way of financial support. So one very, very important step for me, it was to have my financial tranquility at least for 2 or 3 years, or
Yeah,
at least for 1 year. Because when you are entrepreneur, the ROI, the return of our investment, it doesn't come as when we have a certain job and every month we have that paycheck in our account.
exactly.
So for me, that was something very, very, very important. So it was making sure that I wasn't going to step back, like passing 3 months or 6 months or 1 year, but saying to myself, okay, how much do I need to start? And not just to start, but to pay the bills, to pay the employees, to pay myself. Because it's very important to have dreams, and I talk a lot about this, is when we have dreams, it's amazing. And when we live our dreams, is even better. But they can be a nightmare if we are not prepared. If we not take the reality in consideration. And the reality for me, in the perspective of a professional perspective, it was a financial perspective, because I also learned that having a name, yes, it's important, but that doesn't pay you the bills.
Exactly.
And especially because when you are a speaker, people tend to be used, oh no, she's coming, we are not going to pay anything. Well, but because she's coming, it's free. No, it's not. It's not free, because that is one of my roles today. So this is my job. I also do that. But bringing these pieces together, it's also a way of showing that we don't know everything first. We don't have everything, but we have to have clarity. We have to have a process. We need to have financial support and other kind of support, depending how is our life at the moment we take one decision like this. So for me, I always said that I would never be entrepreneur. My parents were in a certain moment, they lost everything. And probably because of that, I was afraid, I was scared. My husband is entrepreneur. So I was always seeing that part of life. And I was saying, oh, not me ever, not me. But then here I am, 3.5 years after, but still learning. And the most important lesson that I learned until now is a different way of liberty. Because, the first year I almost had the same schedule that I had when I was working in the organization. So at 8:30, I was here because I have a home office. So I was here 1 hour, 8:30, I was here. I was working until lunchtime. Then I was going to lunch. Then I returned. So then I left. So I had the same schedule as I had when I was working. And then one day I realized, wait, I have a certain
Freedom.
liberty of using my time and the way it's not needed to be here every day at 8:30, because some days I will be here at 8 or 7:30 or 9 or 10, but it's the results, and which are the results that I'm having. So it's working less but being more smarter and having more return. So that is my goal. And have some fun during the process, because in certain moments of my life, I forgot that. I forgot to have fun, and I'm very grateful that I'm still doing in a different way, but I'm very grateful for working always in an area that I love. That it's HR, that is leadership, that is bringing development to people. I'm still doing that in a different way, so from the other side, and I'm grateful for that. So I'm in love for what I do, but it's not easy.
I know. Thank you for sharing that, and it absolutely 100% resonates with me, especially when you said that, you have to have that stability. I always say that, yes, be passionate, have a dream, but passion itself is not enough. You have to have a strategy, and you have to have a strong foundation when you take that leap of faith. Because otherwise, it's only just going to become a hobby, it's going to become a stress. So I agree with you 100% that the foundation, when you take the leap, it needs to be strong, you have to be strategic, and you have to be consistent. You have to be, even if it's boring after a time, you have to consistently do the same thing over and over again. And yes, I understand what you are saying about the schedule, because that's always about the habit. It's just the years-long habit of doing the same thing until you realize, hold on a second, I am in control, so I can manage my own time, and that's beautiful. Yes, I agree. It comes with challenges. but it comes with a certain freedom and beauty of it. And especially when you work in an impact driven, like, when you are helping people, when you are helping women, you are helping leaders. This is very, very important, and it's really necessary today. So I love it. I love that you take the leap of faith, and the way how you did it and what you're doing right now. It's absolutely amazing. And I'm telling you, it resonates with me. You know why? Because I'm doing the same thing. I've been in a field, I work in something different. It's not that I'm doing something different, but it's like when you incorporate spirituality, the healing process into business. Because at one point I thought that the two things are completely different, but that's not true because they go hand in hand. And that's a shift. So I absolutely love what you are doing. How do you move differently now that you said that you have more freedom, okay? For example, what is it something that you no longer tolerate? Not from yourself and not from others. This is absolutely no.
Well, honesty, integrity, but I have been always like that. When you are a kid and sometimes there is something that triggers you and then you say, every time I will do this, I will do the correct way. Or when you have a boss that is like horrible, and you will say, when I'm going to have to be a leader and when I grow up, I don't want to be like these leaders. So for me, honesty, it's a no. It's a no, definitely. If I feel that is no honesty there, and sometimes can be just a feeling, and then sometimes probably it's just a feeling. Let's work and see how it's going to be things, and then that your first impression comes around, and then you see things. Okay, this is not what I want. Thank you very much, and I move forward because it's not my problem. It's problem of someone else, and for me that is very important. And trust also, because I consider myself a very trustworthy person.
Yes.
Person. And if I'm here, because, for example, if I take the leap of faith of coming together with you and with these amazing ladies to write the book, to have a chapter about the courage to rise, it's because I trust you, Christina. Otherwise, that wouldn't happen. And that is for me also a no-go. Of course, then specifically when people ask me things related to HR that, I do understand that, I know that, but I'm not working actively. And so you'll have someone else that is even better than I, and I can recommend other ones, because I don't have any problem, any issue on recommending people that have more skills than I in certain domains. But when I'm good at what I do, oh yes. And I get very, very sad, not saying something else, when you have an amazing project, or you have something that is, you are seeing that is what your client needs, but the client doesn't understand that. And once again,
it's frustrating.
It is what it is, because it's my point of view.
Yes.
It's my way of feeling and think, we have the right service, the right mentoring, the right coaching, we have this, and then probably it's not the right time yet. Okay, and it will never be. But that is a decision I cannot control. But I can control that what I deliver is the best I can do. That what I deliver, it's amazing.
No, that's true. I agree. And you said, yes, trust, integrity, and honesty. It's really very important. And I would add, for me, for example, comparing this Christina who is sitting with you today and Christina for a couple of years ago, now I have boundaries.
Yes, definitely.
I have boundaries.
How to say no.
And then people look, and when I say, people look at, what's wrong? No, it's nothing wrong with me. I just set a boundary. It's nothing wrong with me. I just think differently. I have my boundaries. And I'm thinking, it's interesting when you set your boundaries, when you had none, people tend to say that, oh, you're rude, or she changed. No idea. Well, yes, I changed. But, it's just, you have to respect that boundary. If you respect that boundary, we can work well together. That's perfect. If not, then we just
Thank
part
you.
ways. So
Yes.
yes,
Thank you.
integrity, honesty, and boundaries. That's what for
Exactly.
me changed in the past few years, right? Um, I would love to talk about your chapter. I absolutely love your chapter. I can't wait for the book to come out. We are planning to launch on the 15th of May, everybody. So please watch out for the announcements, and the launch day is not approximately, but it's going to be on 15th of May. We don't want to say too much though, but there is one point in your chapter what I would love to touch just briefly, and that's INSPIRA. Would you like to talk, because that really caught my attention? I'm like, yes, Eva, that's it.
Okay, you want me to share about INSPIRA and how we appear, or
Yes, but just briefly, so
okay. Okay, so let me relate these with the chapter because that makes more sense,
yes,
and we leave that's
yeah,
a little of how do you say the word is missing. It's not enthusiasm, but a little of magic and
suspense. Let's leave a little bit of
suspense.
suspense
Is
there.
that mystery? Exactly, a little
Yes.
of mystery. So related with the chapter that is with the book that is The Courage to Rise, I have created method INSPIRA 3 years ago. So I am it makes now April 3 years more or less. So
Congratulations.
yeah. We are celebrating 3 years of the creation of the method, and it was a tool that I wanted people to connect themselves. Like I connected myself with me when I took that decision of changing. Because sometimes, and we have spoken about this, sometimes we have everything inside of us, but it misses that leap of faith. So, and what that means in terms of an objective, realistic uh, moment and tool. So, Inspira comes as a tool that you can use in different moments of your life, but it's my challenge to change our narrative about the leader we want to be. So, what is the leader you want to be? And it's not a leader as a position, as the role that you have in an organization, as entrepreneur, as author, as mother. No, it's about you, about our lives,
I love
the leader
it.
you want to be. And from there, I have created um, um, 4 axes that allow you to have clarity to answer a few questions. Not just a few, but at least some reflection and some taking out of our comfort zone and understanding how this is resonate with my life today. How these different axes that I will share in a moment can, or where am I today? And how can I use them to be the leader I want to be? And so the Inspire method is a leadership approach that helps move for a different from the internal to the external. Everything starts from inside, from ourselves,
Everything
from
comes.
you.
Sure.
So is that why the first act, so the first is care. Care, then cultivate, grow. How are you growing? How you are consolidating and how you are going to conquer as a leader. Mm.
No, I love it. I absolutely love what you are saying, that it's really essential. And I love what you said, and it resonates so much with me. Not how to be a leader of an organization or of, how to be the leader of your own life. Because
Yes.
when you are able to be real, you understand yourself, everything comes from within, and you are able to be the leader of your own life, then you will be truly leader for others. So then I believe, when you truly will be able to make an impact.
Yes, definitely. So the final, it's not a final one because it's a circle. So
Yeah.
that means when you look at it, there will be one of those um, care, sorry, care, cultivate, consolidate, or conquer that resonate today in your life, and what that means. But do not forget where you want to achieve, where you want to arrive, and what do you need to do in order to be the leader you want, to master yourself, your leadership as a person. And then, since I have this corporative life and this way of thinking, corporative is how we put these in organizations and how I can use it in my organizations and how can I use it in my personal life. So, because we are one
Yes.
with
Yes.
many faces,
I agree.
but the leadership we have, it will make the impact in these different areas of our lives. And so this is what I love to do now. It's to embrace and to challenge, especially women, but also men, but especially women, to bring this awareness, the leaders they want to be. If they are not yet there, what is missing for me? These mentoring programs, these coaching programs. And it's so amazing, Christina, because what I really love is to see, because the change doesn't happen in one day. The change doesn't happen in, oh, ever in 4 months. Probably if you start on something, that small step, and you spoke about habits, it's important to have those habits and bringing them to our lives. Like I said, okay, I don't need to be here every time at 8:30, but I still need to be here working and having results. So how these
Yes.
manage with my life and this new life that I'm having. Because then I can do my yoga, I can have the kids, be with them in the morning. Well, that is something that already happened, but now with more, not that stress of to have to go be in the work in that specific time. So when you see the methods, and because that resonates to me in my personal life, because there were moments I couldn't listen to myself. There were moments I was just in the automatic. There was just moments. I'm a very goal oriented, but it was those goals. I want to go to university. I want to be HR director. I want to achieve that and that. So you do that. The path. I want to be a mother. I want to marry. So you do that in a certain moment, and then you have, like me now that I'm 50. Okay, what else do I want?
What?
And
I
why do I
know.
not enjoying? And what that means for others that have doesn't have this clarity that I had the opportunity to have. And this is not a journey that you do by yourself.
True.
It's not. It's wrong thinking about that. And there were a lot of years I thought, oh my God, being a leader, I cannot. No, please do not do that. Do not make the same mistake I have done. And then I changed. I'm very happy because when no one was still talking about coaching, I was already having coaching and thinking about coaching, how we bring this to the organization where I was working at the time, and how I can use it to myself to be the person, not yet with this context, the leader I want to be, but to achieve these goals in a different way.
True.
So, and you said early, your role also as a woman, as a leader, bringing the spirituality. Oh, ever spirituality, like 10, 15, 20 years ago, it's like,
Same.
uh-huh,
Uh-huh.
yes, yes,
Same.
yeah. Thank you very much, but no thank you, because I'm very, very rational person.
Same.
And I love that I had the opportunity with people that crossed my life to change the way of looking at things. But it's not just the way of looking, it's also the way I did it, I felt it, I learned about it, and I wanted to bring something complementary, because this is a complement of our life. It's not, oh, this is the best. No, this is a compliment. You can look at it, take the best of it, and just use it. Act. Don't just, oh, it's one more checklist. I have done that program with Eva. Yes, checklist. That is nothing. That doesn't bring results. So that will have exactly the same result. So I am very, very in love with this, and how this had helped me also to manage to take action in certain and different moments of my life. And at the same time, how can I bring that to others? Because knowledge, this is one belief I have, knowledge is to be shared. It's not to be in a just there just forever and for Christina and the book. No, don't tell anyone. No, it's exactly the opposite. How we use this knowledge to leverage others that for any reason haven't yet arrived at, but want to arrive there.
Oh,
even better.
Thank you. Everything what you are saying, it resonates with me so much. So thank you for sharing that. I appreciate the way you move, the way you think, and I'm truly grateful that you are here with me today to share, because yes, knowledge is there to be shared. I love that. And before we move to the last question, because the theme, today, and it was about changing the life, and the book itself, it's called, right, The Courage to Rise. I would love to say what rising means to you now. Not then, not when you change, but now, today. What do you mean rising means today, forever?
Wow. So, I will give you three perspectives as I see, because they are different in the different areas of my life. So, with my family is to have quality time. And I love to go on holidays with them, and to explore. I love holidays. Who doesn't? Well, I love, especially now that I manage to be not working as much as I did it in the past, and really taking pleasure of the holidays with my family. So for me, rising is continue to have a quality time with my family. Secondly, I will put to the professional life is bringing my projects, my programs, and especially female leadership in Angola, as you said, Liderança Feminina in Angola, in Portuguese, to more women where this resonates, but also bringing men along, because this is a journey together.
Thank you.
And by saying that, how we can continue developing and supporting and networking and change the world with other women and men. So this is one goal, mentoring, coaching with that process. So that is for me, it's rising in a professional level. And in my personal level is continuing to have time for me, Eva, to do what I like, to be happy with me, because sometimes we are not happy with ourselves, and we have to understand why am I not happy. Not putting that aside, but understanding our feelings, and this is using our emotional intelligence. I was thinking in Portuguese now. Our emotional intelligence and understanding what makes me happy and what can I do but even more than happy to bring the serenity into my life, because this is my word for 2026, serenity. So that is when I really, truly rise. And as you said, a little, as you said before, having more boundaries. It's not just saying a no, it's saying at this moment, this is not adequate. This is not what I really want. This is not the path I really like, and not feeling bad with myself, because that is the trigger, not feeling bad. So this is my 3 keys, and I have also, you see, I'm a goal woman, so I have my goals that I have. Yes, I have, and they are a little, of course, a little more or a little less than I shared, but this is for me, for what I want. And but yes, serenity, and just continuing and consolidating what I'm doing. Yes.
And that's beautiful, and you are there already, and you just keep going. It's always always getting better. I say it's always just getting better.
Thank you.
So before we finish today this wonderful conversation, I could be here with you for a long time, let me tell you. But before we finish, if someone is at the point in their lives when we talked about this last, it feels that something is off, but they don't know what to do yet. Then, like we've been before, right? What would you say to them?
Well, you can always come and have a program with me with coaching or mentoring.
There you go.
So definitely, I'm here. I can support you. But I can also challenge you. Well, I have my website. In my website, you can also have access to the method INSPIRA. It's in Portuguese, but yeah, this is a good one. I will have also an online English version there. So for online English version, even if you can do it that, but we will work on that, on having it's, be honest with yourself. So when we start to having that feeling of it's missing something, well, I don't know very well what is, but there is something that is not in my life that I want more. So start listening to you, to your inner self, because a lot of times we do not listen to ourselves, what our heart and reason. Remember when I said, okay, yeah, I want to change, but at the same time, I need to have a financial,
Security.
organized security life in order to do it. So don't jump. I always say that to people. Wait, first organize yourself, then you jump, then you take the leap of faith. It's listen to yourself. And I will leave one exercise that has been very powerful for me. And probably you know this one, Christina. That is just look into the mirror.
Yes.
But look into the mirror is not looking if you have
Wrinkles.
or if you have your hair is white,
Yeah.
or if you have, or if you're going to put a lipstick like mine, very beautiful. No, it's just look to your eyes. And by looking to our eyes, and we say that the eyes are
The mirror of the soul.
reflection
The
of
window
the
of the
soul.
soul. Yes.
Yes. So what your eyes are telling you now. And when I say this, I have a great majority of people that do not do this exercise. So that means probably the person do not believe, it's not yet prepared to do it, or just blah, 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 that heavy saying. Okay, everything's okay. It's your decision. But for those who really want to listen to yourself, do this exercise. See what are you saying to yourself. And even if you cry, even if it is difficult, in the next day say that and do that again. But in the end, just please say, wow, I love you. And love yourself. Be kind with yourself. And then, once again, you have me and Christina. You can count on us to leverage you, to support you in different ways of the journey, because this is not a journey that is made alone. So this is my suggestion.
Thank you. And that's an amazing suggestion, a beautiful suggestion, and I appreciate it. So you guys, if you are watching now, we are going to watch in the replay. We're going to put Eva's contact details in the comments below. So we'll find her LinkedIn and her website as well. I love what you said about the exercise, and just to add to what you said, it's yes, saying I love you to yourself in the mirror, it will take time. It will take time because
Not easy.
it's not easy.
Yeah.
And I always say that, when you look in the mirror, the person who is looking back at you is the person you have to trust the most. Because you live with that person, you are that person. So if you do not trust, you don't love, you don't respect the person who's looking back to you in the mirror, then we have work to do there. We have a little bit of work to do there. And that's
we'll
okay.
Be here, and we'll be here to support you.
Absolutely. The truth is, we've been there. I've been there. And just one more thought, just to add on what you said at the beginning. As you said, if someone like 10, 15 years ago would tell me, Christina, you would wear bracelets and you would smudge and you would combine business and you would do this kind of, stuff and you love yourself. And I'm like, wow, I'm going to prove you wrong. In fact, the reason why I entered, let's just call it spirituality for the sake of using the word spirituality, but in this journey of getting to know myself, is because I wanted to prove somebody wrong. That was me. That was very logical. I'm a Capricorn. I'm an Earth person. I'm very grounded and I'm logical, right? And then I like, that's not gonna work. But then, something happened. So here I am today, preaching to people. What I'm saying is just don't believe. Question everything Eva said. Question everything what I'm saying, but try it for yourself first. Just try it out. Just see if it works. Say thank you. If it doesn't, say thank you. You experienced something new.
Yeah, definitely. It's always a process of learning and developing.
It's true. Thank you so much, Eva, for being here with me today. It was a great honor, a pleasure. Thank you, each and one of you, for joining us today, wherever you are watching. If you are watching in the replay also, or just if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments. And again, I'm going to put Eva's contact details in the comments so you can reach out to her anytime if she resonated with you. I'm Christina, I was your host today, and I'm going to see you again next time with another wonderful contributing author to the Courage to Rise. For now, I'm sending you lots of love and light. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
There we go.